And Joshua Hack is a farmer in Taree, one of the worst hit areas. He's got cattle on a few properties in the area, hasn't been able to check on them, and he joins us now from Taree. Joshua, g'day. So, yeah, how tough have the past few days been for you?
Yeah, g'day, Joe. Look, it's been tough in the fact that, you know, people prepared for this in terms of the 2021 flood. That's what was sort of on our radar and what we know. That's a 1 in 100. No one ever thought we were going to get to, you know, a 1 in 500 year flood. So the devastation, people have lost a lot of stock. You know, properties are fully under and houses are gone through. Properties, the fences are gone. And, you know, feed that we stored up, you know, from last summer, you know, a lot of it's all gone. And, you know, farmers are just going to need a big, big hand.
Yeah. So how many head of cattle do you have in the region, and how many do you fear you might have lost?
So there's a bit of good news there. About 20 minutes ago, I got a phone call from someone telling me that about 60 of my cows should be okay. I don't know if they're all there, but that's fantastic news. But at the same time, I know 24 are missing. They've gone off the island, and I've got about 200 all up. So there's still going to be another sort of 60 or 70 that I'm not sure where they are.
Yeah. And is it heartbreaking from a farmer's point of view to think of your stock going through this?
It is, mate, and I tell you now, in 2021, I was just a consultant helping farmers, and emotionally I went through it with them. But since then we sold our house and bought stock. We invested in animals, and that's them there, and my kids love them, and it's a real family affair for us, and it's pretty tough. Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like beautiful country. Is that the stock on Oxley Island?
Yeah, that's those fellas there on Mitchell's Island, Oxley Island as well. And there's a couple of photos there from Croci.
Yeah.
But it's the Croci ones that I'm told that are okay. And we definitely have lost everything, I think, that's on Demeric Island. And as you can see here now, it's absolutely flogging down rain again.
Yeah, geez, I kind of took a look at the Bureau website earlier today, and it kind of looked like maybe the rain was starting to clear from there. So, yeah, but still coming down. And so there've been some shots in the media. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the river's dropping, which is the key, right? So we need that river to go down so we can start to get to and assess where their stock are. But going forward, we really do need we're going to need some support. Like, you look at that up in Brisbane when they had the cyclone, there was every single politician lining up 10 deep. And, here we are in the worst flood ever at a 1 in 500 when we've already had a 1 in 100. And we're just not seeing anything at the moment. And I hope it does come. I hope the politicians get out there and back us. We need to see, yes, this is a national seat, but I don't give a shit what, politician you are or what seat. The guys are going to need help.
Yeah. And so what help would you like?
Personally, I just need some help. I'm okay because I have off-farm income. We farm and we have off-farm income. But my clients and my farmers, my friends, they've gone through this from drought in 2016 to 2020. They've then had 2021 floods, which was 1 in 100. We had the driest winter on record in 2023, and then now we've just had 1 in 500 flood. So they're going to need support. They're not even recovered from the 2021.
There have been some shots in the media of cows walking around beaches and around suburbs. Have you noticed if any of those shots are in your general area, and do you think any of those could be yours?
Yeah, look, they're not any of mine. At Ag Farming Systems, we've set up a form online where anybody that finds stock, they can log on and load photos and log information about those animals. We're asking farmers to log if they've lost animals and their information, and then we're going to sit down and join that up. And we're working with the local stock agent, Dave Callahan, over at the sale yards, and he's going to help reunite any of those stock with the farmers. So by having an online system where people can log it, that's going to definitely help us. So please do that if you can.
Yeah, it's pretty extraordinary to see how some of them have been able to survive hard, like getting swept away in floodwaters and then virtually out to sea, but then being swept up on the beaches.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And one thing I would ask is that I know everyone wants to help these animals, but they've gone through a pretty stressful ordeal, you know, so they're really looking for a rest. So if you do want to get them off the beach and try and herd them somewhere, please take your time. If they want to sit down, they're safe. You know, they've just done a 50, 80-kilometre swim, and I reckon if I come on the beach, I'd want to rest as well.
Yeah, and so, yeah, if people do come across them, what's the best strategy? Just kind of let them be and contact that app that you mentioned?
Yeah. Take as many photos as you can, upload them onto that app and put as much information in there as possible. I think they have been setting up like some areas where they can put those animals in. But just early on, you know, stress is something that is really hard on animals. And they've just gone through a big stressful event. And last thing they need is someone putting a rope around them and trying to drag them up a beach or something silly. So, look, if they can't get up and whatever, just let them rest and let them take their time. And then when the waves or whatever's coming near them, and try and herd them if you can and get them to safety. It's just important to try and make sure you do it nice and slow and let them take their time and let them walk under their own steam.